Somewhere around message 3, you told the chatbot, I just adopted a golden retriever puppy. His name is Max. Then you talked about 40 other things, work, dinner, your weekend plans, and 40 messages later, you ask, so what tricks should I teach him first? Him. That's all you gave it. And it answers about a puppy, not some generic pet, your dog. It reached back through the entire conversation and grabbed exactly the right word. How? Out of hundreds of words, how did it know him meant Max? That one trick has a name. Attention. And here's my favorite part. Under the hood, it's one surprisingly simple mechanism. In this video, you'll see the whole thing. Quick callback. Last video, we stripped a language model down to one move, predict the next token, reading a window of tokens. But that leaves a question hanging. The window might hold thousands of tokens. When the model predicts the next one, which of those tokens actually matter? Because they can't all matter equally. Him should pull hard on Max and basically ignore dinner. Get that wiring right, and the model feels like it understands you. Get it wrong, and it answers a question you never asked. To see why this is genuinely hard, look at how machines handled it before. Before attention, the state-of-the-art was a system called sequence-to-sequence, built for translation. It worked in two halves. The first half, the encoder, reads your sentence one word at a time, in order. And as it reads, it keeps a single running summary, one sticky note. Read a word, update the note. Read the next, update it again. It can never go back. That note is all it gets to keep. The second half, the decoder, never sees your sentence at all. It only sees the note. And from that one note, it has to write the entire translation. Let's make that concrete. Say you're translating. My grandmother's house, the one with the blue door near the old railway station, was sold last summer. The encoder reads all of that and squeezes it into one fixed size summary. Same size whether your sentence is 5 words or 50. Now the decoder starts writing. Grandmother's house. Fine, that survived. But the blue door, the railway station, those details got crammed into the same tiny note as everything else. They blur. The translation comes out mangled at the edges. Researchers even had a name for this, the bottleneck. And the longer the sentence, the worse it got. Which is like answering questions about an entire book using only its summary. Ask for a specific detail, and the summary just doesn't have it. And notice, that's not how a human translator works. They don't memorize a whole paragraph and recite it back. They work part by part. Glance at the source, write a little, glance back. The old models couldn't glance back. That was the whole problem. Detail died in the squeeze. And that's exactly where attention was born. Machine Translation, 2014. A way to let the decoder glance back at the original sentence while it writes, one piece at a time. It worked so well, it eventually took over everything. By the way, if you'd like a full, intuitive video on the sequence-to-sequence architecture itself, let me know in the comments. I'll make a separate one on it. So here's the fix, and once you see it, it feels almost obvious. What if the model never had to squeeze at all? What if, for every single word it writes, it could look back, directly, at any word in the conversation, and pull from whichever ones matter right now? That's attention. That's the entire idea. The rest is just how. And the how is something you already do every day. You open YouTube and type, how to train a puppy. That's a query. YouTube doesn't watch every video to answer you. Every video wears a label, its title, its tags, its description. Those are the keys. The search compares your query against every key and shows you the videos behind the best matches. And those videos themselves, the actual content you came to watch, those are the values. Query, key, value. You've been running this exact system your whole life. Attention is that search, running inside the model, once for every word it writes. Here's the mapping. The word the model is about to write sends out a search. What do I need right now? That's its query. Every earlier word in the chat wears a little label. Here's what I'm about. That's its key. And behind each label, the word carries its actual content, its meaning. That's its value. So him sends out its query, basically shouting into the conversation, Who here is a he? Every earlier word holds up its key, like a name tag. Dinner, no match. Weekend, nothing. Max, lights up like a billboard. One difference from YouTube, though, and it matters. Search shows you the top results and throws the rest away. Attention throws nothing away. It takes everything, weighted. A lot of Max, a little of puppy, a trace of everything else. A blend. If you write code, here's the sharper version. It's a dictionary lookup, except every key matches a little, and you get back the weighted mix of all the values. A soft lookup. Now, you might be wondering how a word compares its query against a key. Fair, they're just lists of numbers, vectors, and there's an old, beautiful trick for scoring how aligned two vectors are. Multiply them position by position, add it all up. One number, the dot product. Pointing the same way, big number. Unrelated, near zero. So the query from him gets scored against every key in the window. Every earlier word gets a number. Then one cleanup step, called softmax, squashes those raw scores into clean percentages that add up to 100. And that's the whole recipe, 3 steps. First, score the query against every key. Second, turn those scores into percentages. Third, mix the values together using those percentages. In fact, you've just earned the actual formula from the paper. Q, K, V, query, key, value. Q times K, the scores. Softmax, the weights, times V, the blend. The equation that runs every chatbot on Earth is the sentence you just heard, written in math. By the way, if you want to go deeper into the math and theory behind this, 3 Blue 1 Brown has a great video on attention. You can watch it after this one. So let's watch attention in action on the most famous sentence in AI. The animal didn't cross the street because it was too tired. Quick, what does it refer to? The animal or the street? You didn't even hesitate. Streets don't get tired. But nobody taught the model that rule. So watch what attention does. The query from it gets scored against every earlier word. Animal, strong match. Street, weak. Then softmax turns those scores into percentages. Something like 70% of the attention lands on animal, 20 on street, and the last 10 scatters across the rest. Don't hold me to the exact numbers. The point is where most of the attention lands. So the blend flowing forward is mostly animal, which means from here on, whenever the model works with it, it's really working with the animal. Correct. Now the fun part, change one word. The animal didn't cross the street because it was too wide. Same sentence, same word, it. But run attention again and the scores flip. Wide describes a street, not an animal. So now street gets the strong match. Most of the attention flows there, and the model reads it as the street. Nothing was memorized. No rule was written. The weights are computed fresh, from context, every single time. And scale that up, that's exactly how him found Max. 40 messages back, past dinner and the weekend plans, one key lit up bright. Same mechanism, longer reach. Now, you're not here to admire a mechanism. You're here to ship things. So here's what attention costs, because you will pay for it. Every earlier token needs its key and value computed and kept ready, and every new word scores itself against every old word. Follow that math. Double the conversation, and you don't double the work. You roughly quadruple it. The cost grows with the square of the length. That's why long chats get slow. That's why giant context windows are so hard to build. Moreover, output tokens cost several times more than input tokens. Why? I've made a short on exactly that. Check it out later. Link in the description. But there's a second cost. Long chats don't just get slower, they get dumber. Think about what softmax does. It splits 100% of attention across every token in the window. 100 tokens? Plenty of focus for everyone. 100,000? And Max, way back at message 3, is fighting an enormous crowd for a sliver of weight. Focus spreads thin. Distant details start to fade. Worse, by now, The chat is packed with old, half-related stuff, yesterday's plans, that tangent from an hour ago, and attention has no idea what's stale. It just matches. So sometimes it locks onto the wrong thing and answers your new question using old context. That's drift. And past the window's limit, it's not even drift anymore. The oldest messages aren't blurry, they're gone, deleted. Remember, the window is the model's entire memory. Once message 3 slides off the edge, Max isn't forgotten. As far as the model knows, Max never existed. So, the next time a long chat starts acting strange, ignoring your instructions, answering the wrong question, you'll know exactly which of these is happening. The attention is spread too thin, it's locked onto something stale, or the message you care about has already fallen out of the window. So, here's the engineering move, and it's wonderfully unglamorous. Start fresh sessions. Summarize long conversations and restart them. Every serious AI product you've used quietly does this under the hood because its builders know exactly what you know now. Full honesty about what I've simplified. A real model runs dozens of these attention searches at once, different heads, watching different things, stacked in deep layers. I'll make a separate video on all of that. Because this course is AI engineering, the deep theory will get its own videos, properly, later. The bar for every video here is simpler. Does this help you ship? And attention just cleared that bar 3 times. Why context is expensive, why long chats degrade, and why start a fresh session is real engineering advice. One last thing though. Look at what attention actually does. It finds the most relevant words and blends them. Relevant, not true. There is no step anywhere in that formula that checks whether what it's blending is correct. It's a relevance machine with no truth detector, which means it can compose a fluent, confident, perfectly worded answer that is completely wrong. And it won't flinch. Nothing inside it knows. Why that happens and what you can actually do about it, that's the next video. Why LLMs hallucinate. If this video made attention click, subscribe. The whole AI engineering stack is coming, one video at a time. And go teach Max something. He's waited 40 messages.